Hi all, welcome to the next video on Python for class 11 playlist. In this video I will cover the operators in Python. Operators are used to return some value by performing an operation on the given values. The values on which operator works on are called as operands. Operators can be unary operators or binary operators. Operators that act on one operand are called as unary operators. If we consider the general format of the unary operator, operator precedes operand value. Then this operator performs some operation on that operand. Coming to binary operators, these are the operators act upon two operands. If we observe the format of the binary operators, operator is placed in between operand 1 and operand 2. Now we will consider various categories of operators in Python: arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, and membership operators. First we will consider various arithmetic operators. These are the operators we have in Python to perform various arithmetic operations on the given operands. We have operator plus to perform addition on two numbers. Let me consider two numbers here, 5 plus 2, then we will get 7 as the result. And we have this minus operator to perform the subtraction. Let me consider the same numbers as operands, 5 minus 2, we got 3 there. We have asterisk to perform the multiplication. Then if I consider 5 asterisk 2, 10 is the product. To perform the division, Python is having two operators, single slash, double slashes. Both will return the quotient after performing the division. If you use the single slash to perform the division, which will return the quotient in the form of floating point number. Suppose if you use double slash to perform the division, then that will return the quotient by truncating the fractional part. So that's why this second division is called as floor division. Now I am considering the 5 as dividend and 2 as divisor with single slash as an operator. Then I got 2.5 as the quotient. If I use the floor division by using the same operands, then I got the 2 where the fractional part 0.5 is truncated. The next one is percentage symbol, which is an operator to get the remainder after the division. Now I am using the same operands to get the remainder. After dividing the 5 with 2, we got 1 as the remainder. Finally, we have two asterisks as an operator to get exponentiation. If I use the 5 double asterisk 2, then we will get 5 raised to 2, 25. So these are the various arithmetic operators. Now I am going to consider the special functions of various arithmetic operators. First I am considering unary plus and unary minus operators. Unary plus can be considered as identity operator, unary minus can be considered as negation operator. To explain these operators, I am considering two variables, variable A, which is having the value 6, and variable B, and I am assigning the value -4. Now if I use unary plus with variable A, then I will get the same value. If I use unary plus with variable B, again I will get the same value which is present in the variable B. That means unary plus, which is identity operator, restores the same value as its operand. Let me consider the unary minus. If I use minus A, then we got -6. Actually A is having 6. Because of this negation operator, we got -6. That means the sign of the operand is changed. In the same way, if I use minus B, then I got 4. Now I am considering the another operation for the operator plus, which is concatenation. When you use this plus operator between these strings, then the concatenation will be performed. Now I am going to concatenate 3 strings. Those are king, that is the first string. I am concatenating that with a space. I am concatenating that with another string Kong. If I press enter, then I will get a single string which is having king space Kong. Here all the three strings are concatenated. Because of this concatenation operator, we got a single string. So next one is asterisk. This is another function of the asterisk operator. If you use the asterisk operator with a sequence, then you will get the repetition. First I am considering a string as a sequence. I am repeating the ABC string with 2 times. Then I got ABC as a string, where the input string is repeated for 2 times. Now I am considering a list with 3 values 10, 20, 30. Then I am repeating that list by 3 times. Then I got 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. It is a single list with 3 repetitions. In this way we can repeat any sequence by using the repetition operator by specifying the number of times. Next, relational operators. Relational operators returns true or false based on the relationship between the operands. Relational operators basically compares 2 operands. If the comparison is successful, then the operator returns true. If the comparison is failed, then the operator returns false. Hence, these operators are also called as comparison operators. We will see one by one. So let me consider 2 operands 20 and 30 for the comparison. Now we can check the equality condition by using equal to operator. 20 double equal to 30. Since both are not equal, we got false here. Let me consider not equal to operator between these 2 operands. 20 not equal to 30. Since the condition is satisfied, we got true here. And then I am considering less than operator. 20 less than 30. We got true. Then 20 less than or equal to 30. We got true again. 20 greater than 30. We got false. 20 greater than or equal to 30. We got false. So in this way we can use these comparison operators to compare 2 values. Logical operators. Logical operators are used to combine multiple relationships together for making decisions. These operators also returns either true or false based on the relationships they combine. We have 3 logical operators and or not. To explain the use of logical operators, I am considering 2 relationships now. The first relationship is 20 greater than 30 and the second relationship is 100 less than or equal to 100. Now I am combining these 2 with AND operator. With respect to AND operator, always remember one statement. AND operator returns true when both the relationships are true. Otherwise AND operator returns false. Here one of the relationships is returning false, then we will get a false out of this AND operator. If I use OR operator between these 2, since the second relationship here is true, then automatically out of OR operator we will get a true. Here the NOT operator is a unary operator which will perform logical NOT. That means if we get a true out of a relationship, then the NOT operator converts that true as a false. Otherwise if you get a false out of a relationship, then the NOT operator converts that false as a true. 20 greater than 30, this is a relationship which returns false. Because of this NOT operator, we will get a true. Here we got a true. So these are the various logical operators we have to combine multiple relationships together to make decisions. Next, bitwise logical operators. These operators perform logical operations on binary representations of the data. We can use bitwise logical operators to change the individual bits of an operand. There are 4 bitwise operators. I will show the function of each bitwise operator. Now I am considering 2 operands. One is 3, another one is 10. The 4-bit binary representation of the number 3 is 0011. The 4-bit binary representation of the number 10 is 1010. Now I am performing bitwise AND operation between them. Then we got 2 as the result. Now let me consider the OR operator between these 2 operands. We need to use the pipe symbol to get OR operation. Then we got the result 11 here. Now I am performing the bitwise XOR operation between these 2 by using the cap symbol. Then 9 we got. Then I am going to complement each bit in the given number by using the bitwise complement operator tilde symbol. Let me consider the 3 as operand for the complement. Then we got -4 as the result of this bitwise complement. Finally, we are going to consider the membership operators. So these operators are used to check if a value is a member of the given sequence or not. There are two operators we have: in, not in. So now I am considering in operator. Now I am considering a statement capital A in a string Kosh. Since A is present in that string, we will get a true. I am considering another statement. This time I am not considering uppercase A. Let me consider a smaller case A. Since small case A is not present in given string, we got false here. I am considering the same statements with not in operator. Since lowercase a is not present in Kashi string, we got true. In the same way, I am considering not in operator with uppercase A. Since uppercase A is present in Kashi string, we got false here. Now I am considering the in and not in operators with list as a sequence. I am considering a number 10 in a list which is having 10, 20, 30. We got true here because 10 is already present in that list, so that's why true is returned. If I consider 100 now instead of 10 with in operator, then we got false because 100 is not present in the list. If I consider this statement with not in operator, we got false because 10 is already present in that list. Then let me consider this 100 as a value to check within the list with a not in operator. Then we got true because 100 is not present in that list. So that's all guys. These are the various operators we have in Python. I will meet you with a new concept soon. Bye.